have to bury a child. No mother should have to bury a son. Mothers are not meant to bury sons. It's not the natural order of things. I buried my son in a potter's field, in a field of blood, in an empty, acrid silence. There was no funeral. There were no mourners. His friends, well, absent. His father, dead. His sisters refusing to attend. I discovered his body alone. I dug his grave alone. I placed him in a hole and covered him with dirt and rock. Alone. I wasn't able to finish burying him before sunset. I'm not sure if that affected his fate. I begrudge God none of this. I do not curse him or bemoan my lot. And though my heart keeps beating only to keep breaking, I do not question why. I remember the morning of my son's birth as if it were yesterday. The moment the midwife placed him in my arms, I was infused with a love beyond all measure and understanding. I remember looking to my mother and saying, now I understand why the sun comes out at day and how the stars come out at night. Now I understand why the rain falls so gently. Now I understand you, Mother. I loved my son every day of his life. And I will continue to love him ferociously long after I've stopped breathing. I am a simple woman. I am not bright or learned. I do not read, I do not write. My opinions are not solicited. My voice, not important. But the morning of my son's birth, I was infused with a love beyond all measure and understanding. The world tells me that God is in heaven and that my son is in hell. I tell the world the one thing I know is that if my son sits in hell, then there is no heaven. Because if my son sits in hell, then there is no God.
Between heaven and hell, there's another place. This place, Hope. Hope is located right over here in downtown Purgatory.
Next case.
Now, Purgatory, contrary to popular belief, has plumbing and bodegas. They even got a movie theater, a little park where people can walk their dogs at. Now, Hope, well, it ain't got none of that. And it definitely don't smell good.
Next case, bailiff.
I worked here in Hope for 2 years. That's how I got these wings. And I wouldn't trade these wings for nothing. I can fly with these wings. At night, I fly down to earth and watch my littlest baby boy sleep. He's 7. He's got a picture of me up on his wall, right in between Shaquille O'Neal and the Incredible Hulk. Then I go fly uptown to the window of my oldest baby girl's house and watch my grandchild little bit sleep. Most nights, I'll stick around and watch my baby girl, Tanya, with her feet in a pot of hot water, always studying them books. I'll stick around and watch her man, Winston, come home late at night, always with a muffin or a hamburger for my baby girl. Winston's love for my baby girl is shown all over his face. I was wrong about him. I always thought he was shifty. Now when I get back to heaven, I tell my man, Delane, all about this. Delane don't like to fly, but he likes to hear the stories I tell. And he likes how I look when I come home back from Earth, all windblown. Now hope, it changes with times, but it's due to God's gift to the last of his children. It is said that every civilization rearranges the cosmic furniture differently. In biblical times, hope was an oasis in the desert. In medieval times, it was a shack for your plague. Today, hope is no longer a place for contemplation. Litigation being the preferred new order of the day.
Where's my bailiff?
Here, sir.
Then call the next case.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. Right here, sir. In my bag, sir. How are you today, sir?
Great.
Me too. God and the kingdom of heaven and earth versus Dorsey and the impossible.
Oh, now that is like an epic case.
Motion denied. Next case.
Come on.
God and the kingdom of heaven and earth versus Henry Wayne Masters.
Who the heck is that?
Nope.
God and the kingdom of heaven and earth versus Benedict Arnold.
Oh, now he was like a real traitor.
No.
God and the kingdom of heaven and earth versus Judas Iscariot.
Whoa.
Judas Iscariot? Who brings this trash before me?
Your Honor, my name is Fabiana Aziza.
Never heard of you.
I live in purgatory.
Well, in that case, motion denied. Next case.
Your Honor, I have a writ signed by St. Peter at the gates of heaven.
Next case.
But I have a writ. She has a writ, sir.
It's a legit writ, sir.
The lady, she has a writ, so...
Bailiff. Let's set up a little signal between the two of us, okay? Okay. Now, when I come to court, dressed as Ethel Mernon in a one-piece bathing suit, now that'll be my signal to you that I want your opinion.
Okay, sir.
Next case.
But, I think he's, forgetting about the writ again.
What about the writ, sir?
What's your name, bailiff?
Julius of Outer Mongolia.
And I'm Roxanne. Roxanne of Rochester, New York.
Shut up! You're on work release from purgatory, Julius, correct?
Yes, sir.
Want to make it to heaven someday? Eat fried chicken and mashed potatoes, feel the sun on your face?
Very much, sir.
Then call the next case!
Yes, sir.
But about the writ?
But the writ...
Bailiff!
Your Honor, if I may.
Who speaks before me?
It is I, Yusuf Ekber Wahid El Nasser Jamil El Fayoumi.
Who are you?
An attorney, great sir, willing and able to prosecute this sham of a case at the gates of heaven and earth against this big shenanigan of a so-called writ. Look no further, Your Honor. Yusuf Ekber Wahid El Nasser Jamil El Fayoumi is a beacon for justice.
A beacon, huh?
May I approach?
The bench, not me.
Oh, yes, the bench, and what a lovely and splendid bench it is, just like the great derriere that rests upon it. Your Honor, I received wind of this so-called writ several weeks ago, and I have been preparing night and day to refute the allegations it contains.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that I have no opposition to this Mr. El Fayoumi here.
Speak when spoken to.
Do not bait this great man, lady. He presided over the appeal of Attila the Hun when you were nothing more than a cheap drink on your great-grandfather's first unpaid bar tab.
Well said.
Forgive the outburst.
You got a license to practice, Mr. El Fahida?
A license, a license, yes. Of course, submit it for your most scrupulously discerning approval, and it'd be great, sir. Just 1 second.
Sir, his name's El Fayoumi.
Uh-huh.
What?
You called him El Fahida.
Uh-huh.
Give me my glasses.
I believe you're wearing...
My other glasses!
Oh, here you go.
Yes. Your Honor, very tiny problem. I seem to have left my license in my other coat. I could rush back to hell and go get it, but it is a long trip.
From hell are you?
Oh, temporarily detained. The problem
Sure about that?
Quite sure, Your Eminence. I attribute the mix-up to the Americanization of the afterlife. Quite understandable in lieu of recent events, yes.
Darn right.
Yes, and as are you, Your Eminence.
Cunningham, let me see this ring.
I gave it to her. Give it to you. You have it, sir.
Shut up.
Wow. You look great, Fabian. Free for dinner, perhaps?
Cunningham, this writ is garbage. Motion denied. Next case.
Your Honor, my client.
Your client is Judas Iscariot. Your client sold out the Son of God.
Your Honor, that has
Judas
no...
Iscariot committed the one unforgivable sin.
Oh, the sin of despair!
And then he did the world a favor and hung himself.
From the olive branch. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Next case.
Your Honor, the ring you hold is signed by St. Peter.
I know Peter, and he can make mistakes. Believe me. And he's rash.
Rash! Absolutely! A little place called the Garden of Gethsemane, ring a bell, Fabiana? When the authorities came to arrest Jesus after your client sold him out with a kiss, what did Peter do? Well, do it again! He took out a sword and started chopping off the ears of the authority. Can you imagine? Oh, it must have been disgusting. Oh, Jesus had to correct him and put the ears back on himself. It was quite a big mess, really.
Next case.
Your Honor.
Next case.
Your Honor, I cite the Beatitudes. I cite Christ on the cross.
I cite my foot, Cunningham.
I cite Hegel. Within every idea, thesis is contained its contradiction, antithesis, and out of that struggle is created synthesis. Synthesis, Your Honor, the union of opposites, their interdependence, and the inevitable clash producing what's next. What must be revealed? God's perfect love versus God's rightful justice equals what? Your Honor.
Out of my courtroom.
The synthesis of love and justice can produce nothing but mercy and forgiveness. But just God rests in heaven and can fall no other way.
Next case.
Your Honor!
Next case. Next case. Next case. Next case. Crazy woman.
Now, people, give me that carpet on the dancing camel! Hey y'all! Welcome to my world. So, this is a part of the story where if it wasn't for me, there wouldn't be no more parts of the story, okay?
Yeah.
My name is Monica, better known to you mere mortals as C! Monica, yeah, that's right, C! As in better not to get up in my girl, cause I will mess you up. Cause I'm a C, and I got bad sailing connects. Okay? You ever been to Santa Monica Boulevard? You ever ate some sushi down at the Santa Monica Pier? Well, that's my boulevard, and that's my pier, and that's all I gotta say about that.
Oh, yeah.
The word to the wise, this word is most definitely B-O-N-D, bold! Anyways, let me catch my breath. Anyways, up in heaven, a lot of people don't want to hang with me, because they say I'm a nag. It's true. And you know what I say about that? I say, forget them! Because you know what? I am a nag, and if I wasn't a nag, I never would have made it to be no saint. And the church would never had no father, the church named St. Augustine, because I birthed him and raised him, and when he started dressing up, like all the time and constantly, I nagged God to save him. I nagged and nagged and nagged and nagged until God got so tired of my nagging that he did save my son. And my son, St. Augustine, he stopped messing around and sipping on some wine, and he became learned. So learned that he's now known as one of the fathers of the church, and you can look that fact up.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Look it up right now. I'll wait.
She's waiting. What are you waiting for? Look it up.
Yeah, that's right. Father up in this church. Got a flag and everything. So, if I hadn't been an egg, all y'all would have been a lost church. So simple as that.
Sit on it.
Anyways, let me catch my breath.
Come on, they wait for you.
Anyways, okay. As a result of my reputation of having God's ear, A lot of people spray to me. I have 5 full-time assistants just to sit through it all.
Hey, y'all!
Long story short, I was asked to look into the case of Judas Iscariot by this Irish gypsy lawyer woman in purgatory named Cunningham. She wanted me to do some nagging to God on Judas's behalf, and frankly, I was impressed by her nagging abilities, because that girl nagged me day and night for 40 days. But I don't nag for just anybody, and I definitely do not nag for someone I don't know.
No.
So I went down to check out Judas for my own self. He looked so out of it. He wouldn't talk or nothing. He didn't seem to hear me, and I'm not someone who has a problem expressing myself. I figured he was faking, so I did this. Yo, Judas. Yo, Judas. Yo, Judas! Yo, Judas! Yo, you deaf! Judas, yo! Smacked him around a little. Yo, Helen Keller! Yo, wake up! Don't run, I know you can hear me! Then I started snapping on him. Oh, yo, Judas! He got changed for 30 pieces of silver! Yo, Judas! How much you pay for that haircut? 30 pieces of silver! Yo, Judas! Why you so hung up? Come on, let's hang out! Come on, man, go out on a limb. You want an olive? Come on, man, have an olive. Want to go to the Olive Garden restaurant? They got good olive on there. I'm fine. What do you say you and me go down to the bar and betray some guys? What do you say? I know you like betraying. What's up? You ain't in the mood to betray today? Fine. We can just hang. Get it? Hang. Get it? Get it? You got it? What's the matter? Hungry? You want some supper? How about some supper? Come on, man, one last supper. What do you say? I couldn't break him, so I sat down next to him. I sat with Judas Iscariot for 3 days. On the 3rd day, something happened. While I was pressing my vocal cords, I saw something unexpected. I saw a single tear fall out of Judas's eye. Just one. When it hit the ground, I saw it was red like a ruby. I looked into his eyes, like this. He wouldn't look at me, or he looked through me. I couldn't tell. His eyes was empty. He barely breathed. He was like a catatonic statue of a former human being, and I detected sadness in him. Paralyzing, immobilizing, overwhelming sadness. Sadness ran through him like a river that had frozen up and died, and no one lived there no more. After a while, I didn't know what to do, so I figured I'd just, hold him in my arms for like a minute. Warm him up before I left. I held Judas in my arms for 4 days. On the third day, I remembered how Jesus had said that God has the biggest love for the least of his creatures. And Judas was the leastest creature I had ever seen. On the fourth day, Judas dropped another single tear. It was clear-colored this time, and it evaporated into the earth on impact. He trembled briefly, then froze up again. I had seen enough. I took off my outer garments and left them for him so he could smell something human. I collected my tears in a bucket and poured it on his face so he could taste the salt. Then I went home and got on the horn to God. I dialed directio. Some people call it being an egg. I call it doing my job. I got a calling, y'all. You should try giving me a shot if you ever need it, because my name is St. Monica. I am the mother of St. Augustine, one of the fathers of the church, and you know what? I get results!
Next case.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. God in the kingdom of heaven and earth versus Judas Iscariot.
Bailiff!
She has a red sign. My God, sir.
Signed, sealed, delivered, peace!
Here is writ, Your Honor. Note the signature at the bottom.
Oh my God, it says it right here. God, creator of the world, Lord
Shut up!
Almighty.
Bailiff, where's Alpha Yumi?
Present and accounted for and dripping with anticipation to defend with marvelous cunning and great relish the kingdom of heaven and earth adore great sternness against the traitor Judas Iscariot and his beguiling but outlandishly misguided counsel, eminently great and rackishly handsome sir.
Cunningham, I do not like it when lawyers go over my head.
You gave me no choice.
Objection, Your Honor! As human beings, we always have a choice! Motion to strike!
Mr. El Fayumi, you are aware that trial actually hasn't begun yet, right?
Yes, I was merely trying to, yes.
Fabiana Aziza Cunningham, is that right?
It is.
So where's the red hair and freckles, Cunningham?
My mother was a Romanian gypsy who settled in Vinegar Hill, Harlem in the 1960s.
And your father?
A local parish priest.
All right then, Cunningham. I think it's only fair at this juncture to tell you some things about myself. Things that may, perhaps, inspire you to take your little mission elsewhere. For example, I strongly dislike tapioca pudding.
Oh, tapioca, the worst! I spit on it! Oh!
Sit down! Oh! But even more than tapioca, Cunningham, I dislike the following. Defense attorneys, as a rule, half-breeds in general, and Judas Iscariot as anything other than a cautionary tale. Is that a problem for you?
No,
You ever met God, Cunningham?
I do not know that I believe in God.
You just handed me a writ signed by him, and you don't know if you believe.
That is correct.
All right. What if he appeared to you,